Welcome to GC Cars. My name is Eric.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is the all-new Hyundai Kona. All-new generation of the Hyundai Kona. Another one of the many subcompacts we have driven in recent weeks. Is this subcompact a sub or a dom? Find it. No. Find out.
I'm going home.
Find out. We're gonna look at the exterior first, I'm gonna look in the interior, and I'm gonna drive it. Starting off with the exterior. This is colored in ultimate red with a black roof.
Except it's extremely dirty right now, so it's...
Yeah, nothing we can do. Sorry, Canadian winter, even though it's not snowy yet, but it's still kind of greasy and it's
global
gross.
warming winter.
It's Robocop now.
Yeah, seriously.
It's actually, I
really dig it.
I really dig. I love first of all, the front end looks sick. Imagine this on an Elantra N.
Yes.
Like this. Oh, awesome. Robocop up front. Love it. Like really cool.
I really like that front end.
Very funky wheels.
You know, a little too much going on there, but like you got the N logo going on.
They're definitely busy, but
a lot of N's on this car.
Right? Yeah, because this is the top-spec N-Line. You know, it's not an actual N. It's not the fun part,
it's a purist package.
It looks fun.
I like this too. I like this black.
Yeah.
This roof line here.
You can also get it with a white roof. I'm glad we have the black. It definitely works a lot better on it. But yeah, they have some very
funky
fun
line going across here.
Yeah, it's cool.
Kinda
We have
nice.
the negative kind of indent. It doesn't go out, it goes in. Just
Then we got like a single but double spoiler back here.
That's kind of tacky.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Need for Speed Underground 2, like when tuning was really cool, like Fast and Furious 1, and it's like we just put more spoilers on
Yes,
it.
because we're really worried about aerodynamics in this car.
We got the dual exhaust pipes.
Yeah.
And got a Robocop back.
I really like the lights on this car. That's my favorite point.
Yeah.
These are kind of...
Stop putting lights and indicators down here. Yeah. Stupid boys. Like if I'm in a semi truck behind this, I don't see this, guys.
True.
Put them here where everyone expects them. Okay. And there's also the brake lights probably. So yeah, great. Anyhow, I think it actually looks kind of cool.
I really like the lights. Again, I can't say enough. I like the lights.
It's a cool looking little car.
Do I like the interior?
Yes.
Let's go.
Inside the Kona, and I gotta say, I actually really like this.
It's clean. I say the word I'd use is clean.
Yeah, it is super clean, and right away I'm gonna jump in. Hyundai listened to everyone and all the journalists. Everything's physical, all the physical controls, no piano black anywhere.
I'm giving myself credit for that. I think they heard me. You know.
Yeah, I'll take the buttons, you take the piano black as credit. Like, it's just so usable. It's just so nice. Like,
yeah.
Damn, look at this. Physical. I don't have to click 3 buttons in an infotainment and take my eyes off the road. Heated and ventilated seats. I just do like this. I know I can feel it out.
Yeah.
This is awesome. But of course it's a kind of an economy car. Materials are, you know what you expect.
There's mainly hard materials.
Yeah.
Except for there's some soft touch here, which is actually nice. This is hard.
Very hard, scratchy up top.
So yeah, you won't be putting your elbow in there very much. It's gonna hurt and slide.
It also, it slopes down instantly, so you can't really have space here.
Got some ambient lighting going on here, which is cool.
And I like the red accents. There, they'll run through the interior.
Which is an N-Line thing, correct?
Yes, yeah, it's all this sportiness.
The seats themselves, pretty comfortable in the front. They got your N-Line badging with your red stitching, and like a suede type
They look
material.
really cool, and I think they're comfy.
They're pretty comfy.
And heated and ventilated. Not simultaneously because it's not a luxury car, but, you know.
Steering wheel looks nice too, actually.
It is. I find it funny. It's kind of flat bottom, but not really flat. It's just like cut off.
It's not round, but it's not flat.
And we have like big grip up here, heated steering wheel. It feels good. We have paddle shifters.
I'm actually surprised there's no emblem here.
Yeah, so that's the funny thing, right? I thought these like 4 dots would be Hyundai's Ioniq branding because we've seen it on the Ioniqs, and then it'd stick to the Hyundai logo for the Hyundai products. But apparently, this, I guess, is in a way their new Hyundai logo. It's just for... I think it looks kind of neat. It's just unexpected. Usability and tech. First of all, we've already talked about this all being physical and looking good. Got some quirky things down here. So first of all, this is all kind of hidden, which is nice. And then you have your connection for your phone. You use USB-C. You have 2 USB-Cs. And the left one is either for connectivity, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay wired, no wireless. But you can press it, and then it's only a charger. So, for example, I'm connected with my Bluetooth,
right?
And you want to charge
without interrupting.
We have no interruption. I can just switch it.
Cool.
Super fast charging, supported wireless charger right here, and Oh, while we're here, we got pretty good amount of space actually with push cup holders. This is big enough to fit a box of Timbits. So for all you Canadians, that's probably pretty valid and important for you guys. Or of course for all the non-Canadians, like a little box of tissues, Kleenex will fit.
Or
in
Dunkin'
there.
Donuts.
Or Dunkin' Donuts. It's only Dunkin' now. It's only
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So also, all new infotainment. Oh, look at this.
And I like it.
It's really clean, and you know, I think this is my favorite gauge cluster design ever. You don't see it right now, but it's not minimalist, but it's so simplistic and modern. Like, this is the minimal version. You can change it, but my gauges, my tachometer is just this orange line. This is just a light blue line. It is so easy on the eyes, and especially right now, like my job's really busy, so I'm fairly stressed out. It's just nice to have just very simple, smooth colors. This looks really nice. It's fast to use. Don't know why we still don't have wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, even in a new infotainment. But honestly, it's
nice.
It's good.
What am I looking at here?
Either a speaker or another fake.
Just a furry wall?
Yeah, remember in the Elantra N, they just had a sticker on this?
Yeah.
So this might be the same, but yeah, I don't think this is a speaker.
No, it's not a speaker.
But it looks good. We have a little storage down there. I managing expectations that it's not a luxury car or anything. I'm very,
We're missing one more thing. What is it?
Oh, we don't have a head-up display. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even have the Kia Seltos have the whoop cheap one.
Give me something.
We don't
here.
have anything, which is like,
There's certain things in 2023 going into 2024 that should be standard, right? Like
Yeah.
blind spot monitoring, heads-up displays. Those things should be kind of standard.
yeah, I agree. But yeah. Anyhow,
Moving on to the back.
yeah, big sunroof, and then the back seats are actually fairly spacious, I think.
Probably some of the most firm seats I've ever sat
God,
in.
they're like bus stop level firm.
They're pretty
really firm. You can recline a little bit. You have 2 USB-Cs and a bit of storage in the back, cup holders in your little center tray.
And a cup holder in each door, which are kind of small, but they're there.
Yeah, so definitely not the comfiest. Materials though, we keep the soft material that we have in front, which is nice. And then if we go all the way to the trunk, 25.5 cubic feet of space with a second row up. If you put that down, we get to 63.7 cubic feet of space, which I think
Pretty
is
good.
class leading, or at least out of the last few weeks, all the compact SUVs we've had.
Blows away the CX-30.
Oh, the CX-30 is like 45. So this is like way better, even better than the Seltos. It beats the Trax. Really good trunk space. So that is definitely one of the more usable. But should we hit the road and see how N-liney this N-Line is?
And no.
All right, out in the Hyundai Kona N-Line, let's go for some speed.
Need for speed, baby.
Yeah, sport mode, traction control off, wet roads, perfect combination. Oh, okay. There's turbo kicks
Turbo's
in.
kicking in, yeah.
You know, it's all right.
Adequate.
It's adequate. I think that's pretty fair. We have a 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4 producing a whopping 190 horsepower, 195 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed automatic that is sent to all 4 wheels. And I think you summarized it fairly well there. It is adequate. Unlike some of the other cars we've recently had, it didn't feel sluggishly slow at base CX-30.
Yeah, seriously.
And no, it has the power that it needs to be. Of course, once you're on the highway or at highway speeds, it's going to be a little more work to overtake and get past people, but it is certainly doable. Let me turn everything back on. Yeah, no complaints about the drivetrain. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So, you know, could be much worse.
Definitely could be worse.
Yeah. Talking a little bit of like driving this generally in terms of like steering and all that. It's light. There's not much feedback, but you know. It's actually fairly effortless, the whole driving experience, which I like. But should we go for a handling test?
Always.
So we're putting it back into sport mode, setting up.
Grab my handle here for the handling test.
Yeah. Well, I'm still saying one day you're gonna have a handle in your hands. I know. Of course, wet, damp puddles weren't gonna not send it all the way, but understeering out a little bit in this weather. But you know, that does what it needs to do, but it's totally fine. How about we seat swap and then talk a bit more about daily driving?
Let's go. Alrighty.
It's definitely softer, the suspension.
Yeah.
And I got a height adjustable seat, so that's
The
good.
steering is kind of it's kind of reactive.
Yeah. Yeah, I generally like it. Like it drives very effortlessly, but it doesn't feel like mushy or like imprecise. It just does kind of what you want it to do.
That's what it needs to do.
And I like that. And maybe I just hinted at it. Maybe let's talk about suspension and ride quality.
Ride quality. Not so far. I'm feeling a little bit of micro jitters from this road. It's not bad though.
Yeah, I agree. Like these small vibrations, I think at this price point you can't really eliminate them fully. But what I notice is like speed bumps and like residential roads, it just eats them. It's actually kind of incredible. Like it just takes them. You don't even have to slow down at all. They're not uncomfortable.
Good to know you break the law, Eric.
Wait, it's not. I'm going the speed limit over the speed bumps. Okay. So yeah, the suspension actually was a very pleasant surprise for me. Noise-wise, I think it's kind of middle of the road for me. I feel like we've been in quieter subcompacts, but we've also been in much noisier subcompacts. One must think about the Seltos, for example.
Yeah.
The brother of this.
I have to say, feel this power quickly. Okay.
You hear the engine working.
It's really struggling. You can hear it.
Yeah.
But the brakes are nice.
I really like the brakes.
Yeah.
I really like the brakes, and what I found was at a certain level, the brake pedal almost doesn't move anymore, and it feels like it's only pressure, but it's very gradual. It's very easy to modulate where you stop in this. Once again, coming out of Mercedes hybrid brakes, which are awful. Like it is nice to just be like, I know where I'm stopping. I can stop exactly where I want to.
Very gradual. I like it.
And yeah, lastly, tech, no head-up display, like you said.
That bothers me still. I find myself looking for it right now.
Yeah, but isn't the gauge cluster nice?
It is.
It's very easy going. We do have all the Hyundai tech in terms of like adaptive cruise control. We have the active lane centering assist, which is independent of adaptive cruise control.
Which I like.
Which I really like, and it is one of the best ones out on the market. It really works well. And unlike the Seltos, we get all the fancy Hyundai cameras.
Which is awesome.
Right? So if you turn on the indicator, you get your blind spot monitor inside of your gauge cluster, which is really nice. You have your wheel cameras front and back. You have a 3D camera, all that for parking. It works really well tech-wise. I like it. Time for conclusion?
Yeah.
All right, let's start off with the pricing. Aspect top trim with a bunch of like stuff like the floor mats, with the floor mats we have. We're looking at just shy of $42,000 Canadian. Yeah, so without the floor mats, we're looking at like 41.
Okay.
And then it is just a little more expensive than the Kia Seltos we've had, just a little more expensive than the CX-30 with the base engine than we've had. And let's compare to those two first.
I mean, first off, we already said this has a more powerful, or at least a more powerful feeling drivetrain than the CX-30.
Yeah, I agree.
But I find the interior on the CX-30 a bit more refined, even though I do like the infotainment setup on this better.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Like the CX-30 has a very nice interior. It is quieter. It rides really well as well. You do lose out on like 50% of the storage space, though.
Storage space, you get less tech.
Yeah. If I were to rank them 1 to 3, I would say Kona, CX-30, Seltos.
Yes, I would agree.
CX-30, caveat being it's better for 2 people than 4.
Yeah.
Seltos just too unrefined for me, especially with this being almost the same price and the same car. It's just better than the Seltos in pretty much every way. You know what I'm going to say though now, Jesse? What am I going to say now?
You can throw in some other options in there too.
No, not even, man. There's another car.
Go for it.
You want me to go for it?
Yeah,
okay.
go for it.
The Chevy Trax is more than $8,000 less. It is quieter on the road. The interior is
pretty good.
Nice. You lose a little bit of tech, fair enough. You have a little bit less storage space with the second row down, but you save $8,000.
That car's a bargain, man.
So once again, like this, I think this is my favorite subcompact. If all were the same price, but they're not. So the Chevy Trax, once again for me, is the only logical choice because this is too close to mid-trim compact SUVs like a Hyundai Tucson, like a Honda CR-V, like a Kia Sportage, and all of those.
CX-5.
I
think the Trax is so under the radar because it's a Chevy.
Yeah, it's like they're not known for having good small SUVs, and then they suddenly just made like literally the best one out of that in terms of pricing and all that. So we here just spread the good news.
Spread the gospel.
We're spreading the gospel, for Chevy has come to save you from inflation and expensive vehicles. So I like this. I like this a lot.
I
It's
do
great,
too.
great car. But I can, in good conscience, at least for the top-spec N-Line, tell you to get this over the Trax.
I can't
because
either.
it doesn't make logical sense financially.
No, it doesn't.
The Trax ruined all our subcompact.
It's a rough one, man.
The Trax ruined all the subcompact.
And it's like me, as like I'm a Mazda fan, and it's like I also can't recommend the CX-30 over the Trax.
It's just.
Thank you for watching this video on GC Cars.
Pure testosterone! Oh! What the is this piece of shit?
If you guys like the video, don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe. Should I just drive into a tree now, or?
And we'll see you next Friday at 8:15 a.m. Eastern for a whole lot more fun. Bye-bye.